Finished? Wrong menu. Right, well, hi guys. Let me turn that down a little bit so I can hear myself think. Press the lit button, please. Assume you mean like. Cheers, John. Well, this stream's gone to plan already because I ordered my food quite a while ago, and about 10 minutes before the stream started, my food turned up. So, I'm just finishing my tea, but I didn't want to start late because then people don't stick around. And Streaming Elements is shouting at me. Because it's dropping frames because I was uploading a video. Oh, I got a calendar up. Top plates next. It looks already like I've done it in work. Because I went and bought well, my mum helped me and she bought a tablet for me. So, alright, John. So, she bought a tablet for me. Yeah, I'm paying her, but I don't have open to credit anymore. That's a personal problem. So, she's bought it for me on her credit. So I'm paying that off. But that enables me to use it at the shed, and it's a lot easier to do stuff at work. So Is this still whinging? So as always, I'm behind because I'm just behind. Do you know, that takeaway knows who it is because whenever it's me, there's that much doner meat on the flipping thing, I can't get to the chips. Can't get to anything. So I know people like me drinking from the bottle, but it's only me here, so it doesn't really matter. Right. So, what do people think of the Go North West strike? Is there anything that people in chat want to talk about? The other thing is, I always order this food, right? And I never managed to finish it. Never. Get to know you better, something about you. God, I remember H2O when they were new. One track played in school all around the place. What are we gonna do? Well, I'm not gonna finish any more of that off. Flip it on. Eyes bigger than my belly. I'll just put it there. Got my garlic bread there. And I've got some onion rings. CJ, you could be useful. You should be here. Surprised you're not, to be honest, with food on offer. Oh dear. Right. I always just get the onion rings because they're cheap and they put it over the amount. Yeah. Right, so let's have a look. Have I done this one? Ooh, I have. It's recommending that as well, so stick that in there. Only thing that's missing is info cards, and I don't tend to add them on. Hi Josh, what do you think about franchising buses in Manchester? Wow. I think it's a load of bollocks, to be honest. Total load of bollocks. It's going to cost an absolute fortune, and what people don't seem to realise is it's going to cost the taxpayers a fortune in the end. Look at TfL. That never makes any bloody money. But yet we want a system like TfL. Why? Don't bloody work. Why would we want a system like a system that doesn't work and don't make any money? And yet you got all the people going, wow, look at the private companies had to have a bailout. So did TfL, and it's owned by the bleeding council. People go, there'll be cheaper fares. No, they won't. Because the system 1/get me there is dictated by TFGM on their fare prices anyway. So if they lowered that, all the fares would come down anyway. And all that'll happen is the other fares will disappear. So your £5 day rider for Stagecoach and however much they are for Diamond and all that will disappear, and you'll end up with just the £6 one. So the people that already paid just for the £6 one for a day benefit. Well, they don't lose and they don't benefit. But the people that just need to travel on a Stagecoach bus or just a Diamond bus and buy their Pacific Pass only for the day are going to have to spend more money. And that's on top of the money that comes out your council tax for it. So, no. What's the point? I need to go into my photos. Boom! Either head for beer. Most unorganised folder everywhere. Bet I won't find the picture I'm looking for. No. 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 Don't know where that blind went actually. I must have got rid of it quite quickly. No. 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 We envy what they did it, what they here have. Well, did anyone hear his speech to Go North West? I'd have got up and fucking shot the cunt. Excuse my French. What Andy Burnham needs is someone to get up to him, right, and just go poof, and we're sorted. Now, I reckon he's going to get voted out this time. I reckon. I want a picture that's not in the public domain yet. So yeah, I don't reckon he's gonna get voted in this time. More because a lot of the people that don't agree with the franchising aren't gonna vote for him. So if people aren't gonna vote for him, he ain't gonna get back in. However, there might be enough people that will agree with him and will vote him in. So it's a bit of a, we hope he doesn't get in, because there is a lady, I don't know her name, but she doesn't want it, so the chances are that if she got in, the franchising would disappear. I'm gonna have to send it off my phone to myself. Photos. This is pedestals and someone's hallway. Several buses. Ooh, I'll send them two. I'll decide which one I want to use in a minute. Mail. Hey Ashley, how are you doing? That's the wrong email address. Muppet, that's the one. Send that. Empty subject, yeah. Actual size. My inbox on here is massive. Open up a new one. Webmail. Change the song. No, heard that enough. I'm trying to find some new songs that I like. Hold on. There it is. Save that thumbnail there. Save that one in there as well. So not there in there. I've just downloaded 2. Where's the other one? There. I think I'm going to go with that one. Adobe. Do you know, I've got all this food, I'm not really hungry now. You know, in Bolton Route video, did you get special permission of TFGM to use the stand? We had the TFGM guy on the bus. It's his bus station. And the guy on duty owns a... Oh, which one is it? The Jim Stones one that entered preservation. So, in essence, yeah, we did. At the same point, we weren't going to be causing any issues anyway. I'm sure this will get me demonetized. In fact, no, what? We'll go with that. I remember going on a B10 to school. Yeah, I remember when my B10 was good, it worked. Remember when it started as well. It's been a while since the B10's been started actually. So if you have a preserved bus, can you use the parking spots in a station as long as it's not a stand? It depends on who's on and what time of day it is, where it is. Your best bet is if you need to park on a stand for whatever reason, whether it's, you know, or park on a bay. I mean, most of the times you won't have to, you can just park in a bus stop somewhere outside. But you can always just get off and ask them and say, look, I need to nip to the shop, I just want to nip to the paper shop, is that okay there? Or, you know, is it okay if I just park there for a little while I have my lunch, you know? Most of them, as long as you're out of the way, they won't care. Some bus stations, depending on which council it is, are a bit arsey. The best way that we've found about it is when you see us going through the bus stations, is we're just following all the rules. You know, we don't go above 5 miles an hour. We crawl through, we don't really stop in there, you know. So, they can't really say much if you're following all the rules. You know, if you go through at 30 miles an hour, then they might be a bit pissed with you, but, you know, it's one of them. But best bet is to try and stay out the bus stations where possible. And obviously we do our route videos and stuff like that, and we will be doing Middletons in a little while time. So as we're doing that, we're gonna, with that one, because we are gonna have to be in and out of a bus station, we're gonna ask for the permission to do it, or take Jonathan with us, and you know, he'll give the TFGM a heads up being part of TFGM. So yeah, I mean, like I say, some bus stations they really don't like you in. Oldham's one of them. I mean, he doesn't like the normal buses in, never mind preserved ones. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. But in essence, yeah, you can use all the bus lanes and bus stations. as long as it's still taxed and classed as a bus. And both my buses are still taxed and classed as buses. Well, they were taxed, but they're still classed as buses on the logbooks. So when I tax them, they are buses. Because at a certain age, or before a certain date, you could deregulate, de-tax them, and put them down to private light goods vehicle. But for that point, then you're sacrificing the bus part of it. So, where is this naked dart one? There it is. Right, that's that. I feel like I wasted 11 quid now because I've barely eaten. I made a dent on that. Not even opened the onion rings. I was dead hungry before, and I've just gone. The mood passes me to eat. Right. So this one we need to add some end screens. Which end screen does it have on? Oh, it has the old one still. That's the wrong template. We'll explain these end screens that will be coming up soon with the black line and the video shot in the background. For those that are listening now, you can choose and suggest one by sending us a link either in Discord or in an email with a timestamp of when to and from. It needs to be about 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and we will give a shout out on it to whoever it is that picks it. Again, there will be a slight delay in that because of how we do it. Yep, there we go, that's that one. Let's get rid of that song. No. 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 I'm like this in the car. I can go 45 minutes up to the shed and listen to about 2 songs. Doom 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 bam 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 dan. Right, yeah. I'm signing to the chat like that. What I want. Right, so that should now update because no, not upgrade, you tit. The National Express, when your life's in a mess, it will make you smile. Right, let's do the tags. I hate doing tags, they're boring. I know it's not an ADL before anyone comments, but technically it is. The coaches, they're parked behind LCC ground on Greatstone Road. Don't know where you mean. Unfortunately. Oh, sky high feet. Needs more than the quarter panel, that's for sure. Do you know I'm so gonna get right demonetizing this video just for the tagline. We got naked, bondage, and sticky. Yeah, that sounds fun. Oh, Old Trafford, yeah. Anthony Reid, what made you think of doing all the buses? What do you mean? Do you mean preserving them or driving them? Do you sit there being stressed? Take a trip on the National Express. Sorry, I get carried away with this song. There's a video of us singing it going to Skipton, I think. You can't see us, but you can hear us. We're taking the mick out of Mark, who's driving, who's quite a large chap, and he acts like a hostess sometimes with like the arse the size of a country. See, that's the other thing. People look at our videos and they go, "Oh, you're being nasty to him." Like when Callum was learning to shunt, that video, it was impromptu. We were just taking the mick, and people are like, "Oh, he's gonna do well, isn't he? He's that's a good voting confidence." Well, that's just what we like, you know. They take the mick out of me, and I'm a professional driver if I muck it up and I go in a bit bent, you know. So he's guaranteed that he's going to have the mick taken out of him for going in bent. You know, but I will say I weren't there the other day, but he apparently reversed one of the other buses that we drive into the shed without issues, which was impressive. So we'll see him driving and shunting a bit more. Because bearing to mind to Callum is that he doesn't actually have a licence. He only has a provisional licence. But obviously it's private property, so he can shunt. So it's a great experience for him shunting buses about. So yeah. Well, the other thing is I'm a bit thick when I come to these. I hate doing them. Oh yeah, Anthony. Yeah, I don't know. I started as a kid into railways because of my dad. He used to always take me to Bury Bolton Street. For those who don't know what Bury Bolton Street is, it's the East Lancs Railway. And so back then I was an eager train spotter, and then slowly that moved from train spotting into bus spotting. And then from that then I went back to the East Lancs Railway. What a mess that is. Back to the East Lancs Railway, where I'm about to throw up. That is hideous. Share. WhatsApp. Sorry. Back with you in a second. I've just got to go use the toilet. What is that? Oh, that's hideous. So I went back to the East Lancs Railway, where as a kid I used to help out restore the old coaches and stuff like that, and then they changed their days from weekends to during the day, and from during the day then I couldn't go because I was at college or school. yeah, it cost. Yeah, so because the chose during the day, I couldn't go, so I started going into my bus spotting with my mate Stefan, and eventually I had the chance to own one. And if I were doing it again, I would do it slightly different, but I don't regret how I've done it this time, as it's now starting to form the way I want it to form. So yeah, it's just one of them. And now I know I'm not. I won't class myself as a bus spotter. I don't go stand there, take pictures of the modern stuff that's running round, and go down to take all the numbers and stuff like that. I'm not interested in that. My interest in it is when I take buses I own to a show and people take photos of them and they look at them, they're like, wow, it looks so good. It's that pride that you're restoring and keeping part of history. I mean, we have two bits of history now. We have the only, as we know of at the moment, surviving Dennis Dart SLF from Rosendale Transport, and we have the second to last, if not now last, B10 BLE out of the batch of the Scottish ones, the 176 batch. And to let them go, and it would be a crime. Whereas at the moment now, it's keeping everything as it is. I mean, we have got surprises coming up, and we have got a special vehicle which will be on the channel for at least a year, but we can't really say that much about it. Well, I don't want to say that much about it, and if anyone knows, I know we've posted pictures on Instagram of it and stuff like that, but there's a lot to that, and we want to do a proper video on that rather than the rumours start flying about it. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question, Anthony. I know I don't do much when I'm answering questions because I'm a bit thick and I can't do more than one thing at once. John, it costs you a lot more money to own all the buses in your shed in Great Harwood. I only own 2. Technically now I pay rent for 3, but I only own 2, and it's £90 per bus. However, that is split out between a few of us, so it helps, along with the support that everyone shows and all the YouTube videos we do, the adverts, the Patreon membership, the YouTube membership. They all help greatly in actually not supporting it so much so, but keeping it going and keeping it speeding along, because only one of us that part of it has to have a bad week, and that can upset the money flow of things, and it could take a bit to come back. So that is, yeah, it costs a lot. Currently, we're up to, we pay for one bus out of the funds that are made, and still have some spare to help do it up. I mean, a lot of the money comes out of, obviously Mountain Buses is now a company, it comes out of our directors' pockets. We don't go crying poverty to you guys, because at the end of the day we could not have bought the buses or stuff like that, but as we say, they're part of history, and I'd rather own the buses, show what's involved and how much goes into doing it and stuff like that, than let them go to a scrapyard and be destroyed or go into someone's hands that's going to break them for parts, So yeah, luckily I earn quite a bit of money. Sadly, because of past issues, a lot of the money is already sunk before I get it, but personal choices of life, isn't it? life lessons. So, yeah. Any other questions? Far away. Oh yeah, that's another one. Sanding. I did sanding in this video. Yeah, a lot of depots have gone now, haven't they? Bit of dark down. See, the other thing is I never know what to put in the description because the descriptions are fantastic, but you can spoil the video by it. What the old age like me to join your gang? Sorry, I don't quite get that. You have to speak very simply to me. I am quite thick. I'm not thick, but I am, if you know what I mean. Yes, I am putting in mid-roll ads. Yes, they're all skippable, so don't worry. And no, it's not 6 million of them like other channels. Put one in there. Because you see, right, if I do place automatically. Yeah. There's 2 in there now. 4 minutes apart. Right? No. One in about the middle. And that's about it. Right. Have it there, I think. There. Well, anyone can join up to be a member or a Patreon. As far as actually part of the group, then we're not taking on anyone at the moment. We've got 5 of us, four of us officially, but there's about 6 of us actually in it and work on the buses and are dedicated to make buses and keeping the vehicles on the road. 4 of us all put in the money though, and the others just work on them for us, which takes a lot of the stress away, or may drive or whatever. Sian Bird, how often do you see yourself in spotters photos at work? I don't, to be honest, because I don't go looking for the photos, if you know what I mean. If someone sends me a photo of myself, I'm like, Min! But yeah, I don't go looking for them, so I could be, well, I know I'm in quite a few of them. I'm in one in Hyde bus station, I think, but I don't know who it was that took it. He recognised me, but I don't know who took it. And I bet you I can't find it. Have a look. Let me have a quick search over here. See, there's loads of there's a few pictures of Hyde bus station. Bloody hell, there's a president there in Hyde bus station. Yeah, so either it's on Facebook or it's not out there yet. But I'm sure he took a picture because I was on a 201. And I left, I got up to the top and I left I was like 15 minutes later and I went mental getting out there. Anthony, the B10s were good buses, and how did you come across the one you got? eBay. It was what I could afford at the time on eBay, because we had a choice of a Dart from what was up here as M Travel for Manchester Travel, not M Travel as we know them now, and they wanted £5,000 cash. But John Dix in Bristol had a bigger bus and one that needed, according to the MOT, less work for £2.5, and it would cost us about 500 quid in diesel to get it up here. So that's what we did. And then after one MOT, it sat and been taken slowly to bits. On the positive side, half of it is nearly ready to go back together. I've just got to replace some very crucial airlines when there was an accident with an angle grinder. So, yeah. But, you know, it happens. The airlines are rubber, so they'll be deteriorating slowly now. So it's just a case of we're just going to replace them with the plastic type. Quick connects, nice and simple, really easy airlines to work with, quite cheap. It's the connectors that cost the money, and hopefully that will fix some of the issues as well we have, because it'll be clean airlines that are on it. It won't sound like an air raid siren going off when it charges. Right, body panel's done. Painting the Dart, which is this one. I'm just going to stick with one of the thumbnails that's there already. But I hate YouTube at times. It would change the thumbnail and keep changing it back, and it's sort of like, stop it. Oh, yeah, that's how we came across it. It's, you know. In a way, yeah, I wish I'd got the Dart instead, but the Dart would have cost me more money to get. So it was about £5,000 cash. Might have been 4.5, I think. So, yeah, I could have ended up with just a short wheelbase Dart, which would have been nice. Probably would have taken less work than what the B10's done. But, you know, I'll be proud at the end that when the B10 is done and dusted, that it's done and dusted for a while. Because once it's all painted and it's all looked after, then it's half the battle done with. So yeah, hope that helps. It's been quite a trip with the B10 so far. And I keep meaning to find all the best bits and put them all in a video together, but the B10 folder is put that over there a second. There's information on the drive which I don't want people to know. Where's all the good music? Or do I want to listen to the Disney mix? No. I'll listen to the country mix. Yeah, this is the B10 folder on its own. And that's without half the other stuff in it. That's just some of the stuff. So to go through all this to find the ups, the downs, and so on, it's an awful lot to go through. So currently, no. But maybe in the future, some point, possibly. Always depends on, a lot of it's money and driving. I mean, at the moment we don't have any buses on the road, and one of the only buses that we can drive on does 38 mile an hour, and it still needs an MOT yet. So we don't want to travel down at 38 mile an hour to anywhere. It's painful. So, but probably when we got one of the quicker buses on the road and it'll sit on the motorway, then more than likely, yes. That's not his power dwarf. Okay. And before anyone moans that we call him the dwarf, he's happy with being named the dwarf. It's just part of the nickname culture that is in the shed, and in the group. And the fact that he's quite old enough and dumb enough, being the best word, that he can quite easily tell us to go away when he needs to. probably, hang on. Do create a thumbnail. Hang on a minute. I need to save that. What you do is to get that image, we do that in there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's not loaded it yet. Yep. Highway. Reload that. Then you see it loads it into that one. For that one you can download it. Well, go into the raw. Close that down. Yep. Raw. Where's the idiot on the roof? There he is. He'll kill me at some point. Life is a highway. Oh, road trip. We're going on one of them on the 23rd. Going down to Peterborough to collect some windows for that coach you are seeing. I will do a video on that coach eventually. It's in a better position now to do a video. It's in the sense of it's sat in the shed in a better place. And I ain't looking forward to it. So, who wants to see a Yellowways coach? And today, I watched all the Mount Buses videos and they've inspired me to go into the bus driving / cleaning career. What do you think of that? I'm glad of that, mate, and that's the whole point of them. It's become a lot easier to be a lot more honest now. I've got my own bus because I can do it out of uniform, and I've sort of cut my ties with Stagecoach on the channel. So I could be a little bit more honest about it now, and I know sometimes it's felt like I'm being biased against it, but it's a lot easier now. I can be a bit more honest about it, and it is a great job. It has its ups, it has its downs. It's just one of them jobs. But yeah, I'm glad. Chief Bodyman destroys 2 Sanders. 3 paint brushes. I hate this font. I wonder if he's still awake. Let me see if someone's still awake. Who the f are you? She uploaded a profile picture. Love art, British, black love art. Wanna see a girl, love art, British flag without a bra. Yeah. No, I'm alright, thank you. Remove. See if you're still awake. He's not. Did he send the picture that I want into the actual group chat then? Good night, John. I've got a picture in the group chat, but it's not the one I want. The one I want, he posted on Instagram. I'm sure he did. I'll leave it at that for now. Or as that for now, and I'll work on changing it at some point. I set one for Sandra on fire doing the roof. It was stupid. Sadly, we didn't catch it. Yeah, bloody set one on bloody burn it out like mad. Oh, I've been round all them. All the show. What time are we on? 11 o'clock. That's not too bad. Right, so what? Resize this. In fact, no, we shouldn't have to. Nope, it's the right size. Into that. I wonder when he got that name, but never mind. It's not the normal name for him. Save that now. Upload now for some reason. Oh, I'm losing the viewers now. It's getting late on. be fair, I finished work at 6. I should have done it back then, but I didn't have the motive. Oh, Dwarf has been busy. He's been buying our new shirts and stuff. Glad to see some of the merchandise moving. It's nice to see. It's good. Apart from the t-shirt, which I've got a feeling he bought again. But yeah, the price was set a bit wrong on that. We made a loss. Never mind. Where are we up to now? See, the problem is when you're doing tags about darts, it thinks you mean like the throwing type. V176 there. Ooh, tomorrow you get your first mailing video. Yes, I have a few other videos to post as well, which are not on the schedule, and I just nicked them off the other channel just to put them up. So right, so I've done that. It's just missing info cards. It's got its end screens. Mint. That's boring. That's a card change. Let's do that one. Bam, like look. This is the first video that you'll see where it gets a bit. And this video is yet to. I finished it, but I then had other ideas and thinking I'm going to change parts of it. So, but back in a second, I'm just going to blow my nose because it's getting further and further blocked. Hi Scott, how are you? Joshua, what do you think about the Go Northwest strike? I think it's absolutely stupid. Going on about risking their jobs and how their jobs are at risk, and they've got around it going, I know, we'll go on strike. Risking their jobs at the end of it. You just sign it, for God's sake. Absolutely ridiculous. Anthony Reed. How do I become a member of the team? That works on the restoration part of it. Well, I have no spots available. I mean, we are always looking for help, but at the moment, as I said in my latest video, we're at this point now where we're sort of at a stalemate. We're waiting for other stuff to be ready. Like I'm waiting for body panels to be made and stuff like that. So I'm a bit of stalemate, but once all the COVID restrictions are over and stuff like that, you could get in contact with Town and District Transport Trust, who is where I store my vehicles and who I help out as well and work with them. They are always looking for volunteers and help with their vehicles. They've got several that are trust-owned vehicles which need a lot of work, and I'm sure that they will appreciate any help that you can give them there on that at a later date when things are in place for them. Hope that helps your question. Don't have a thumbnail for this yet. Sort of thumbnail out shortly. Need to add the end screen. Add the end screen now. Be told, truth will nearly be told. Yeah, of course, Scott. Anytime. After COVID, obviously. I can't stand this sitting outside and cold pub. To be fair, I don't really drink though, but yeah. Right, so I've done the end screen. That can disappear. I'm going to add S114KRN, and I want to add the paperwork J317XVX. Dennis Start SLF and Mini high floor. $19.93 and $19.91. Oh no, I don't do spirits. God, I do amaretto or what else is it called? Despiano. Yeah, Anthony, that's the best way. But we are based Accrington, Great Harwood. So it depends where you are, you know. If you try and find the local preservation group to you, most of them rely on volunteers. Even the museums, for example, Museum of Transport in Manchester, they rely on the members to help run the place and restore vehicles. So many of them want the help and need the help. We normally, as mountain buses, normally need the help, but as I say, we are at this point at the moment where we're waiting for body panels or, you know, metal to turn up or parts to turn up, and it's a very slow turnover process. When stuff turns up, it takes us 2 minutes to do it. So like, well, what do we do now? For example, we just paid £160, or we're about to pay on Friday £160 for 2 body panels. Well, it'll take us 5 minutes to put them on, and that's that done. And we've got to get the other log done. So it's a slow process. So, yeah, we're at a stalemate at the moment. Well, the videos are going a bit crap, or they will be going a bit crap, and I like taking pride in it, and I've not had the chance to do that yet. again for a while. SOS Mini High 4 1993, 1991. Sure, it's 1993, man. I'm gonna have to check now. No, I don't want to tax it. I don't have an MOT on it. $1998. So it's 1997. Oh, 1998. October. It's in the wrong colour, but never mind. Let me just see if this other one is. What does this one show up as? Does this show up as song? Yes, it does. Good. I can tell you that revenue weight is wrong. It's optimistic. It's very light dark, that. 1992. Oh, ready for bed, I think. Amazing, really. Yeah, it's the classification change for that, because you're changing its the purpose of use. It's something that we want to do, but say all our buses that we keep finding at the moment all have too much history to them to go to the Preservation Society and go, yeah, well, we're ripping it all out and we're converting it. You know, it's, yeah. It's just a load of fleet numbers, this now. I bet it would have been 317 back in the day, judging by its registration plate. That'll do for that one for now. Problem with coaches is they rot underneath. They rot like hell underneath. But on that note, I think I'm done. I'm up to date. I've got a few bits of the website to update and redesign, because the schedule is now missing off the front screen due to how we've done it. Want to put the schedule really there and shove this across one, but there's too many pictures there, but I might drop them too. Yeah, I will actually. Let's do that now. Appearance, customize. Red, white and blue. It's area A in it. It is. Right, I need to upset area A. Move that image. Remove that one. I'll find a different one for that one. Not let me hard with the amount of photos. and lack of respect. And skin color too. I'll swap it for that one. But before I leave that one, I want to come over here. I want to just send this out to someone. That exact picture I've just used. Where is it? 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 So we need to send this out to a few people. Hang on. Someone will get that. Right. So that, then I want to change that into a 2-column one, I think it is. Whoa, that's big. 3-column. Right, 3-column. But I think it's about to be upset because I'm going to come out of there. Come out of there, go into modules, widget A. I'm going to make it a 3366. I'm drinking over. Right, that's not dated yet, so I need to publish that. Right, and it's going to be easier then at that point to come out of this. Go into appearance, widgets, edit A, left and right, swap that into the right one, and then there should be an unused section down here, and one of them should have the schedule in it. There. Put that in there. And then I want to go to Facebook. Copy that. Because that's where that post comes from. Post that in there. Just format it. Normally I copy it out of here. Text. Center. Should center it. Might not center it yet, but we'll find out now. Refresh. I'm gonna swap video and our aims about. Try that. Right, then make module B slightly different. Back into customize. You alright? What's that? No, layout. B. So it's 50-50 at the moment. It's only a small one, we'll go 75-25. Puts it that size like that. That's quite a nice, yeah. Publish that. out of that again. Into B, no, A left. Move that up one. That should now look better. It shouldn't have that gap. Right, now I need to centre that again. For some reason, it gets rid of the formatting if you reset it. I don't know why. It puts it back down there. But hang on. I can do that. And I bet that is why that one sits like that as well. Because it sees it as empty space. Right, why has nothing moved about? Oh, done. Done. Helps if I press done. Should I move up now? Or not? I put a centre there, does that put a line in automatically? It does. It does. Well, let's do it this way then. Cut it out of there. Go away. Put it in as a custom. That's an advert. And that needs to be dash P, and that needs to be the start of P. Get rid of that one. Done. Let's see if that's fixed how it looks. That's better, it just needs formatting now. So in every gap, I think we're going to have to do, and then open up a new one. I think, let's see if that's put gaps in. It has. That looks better. Right, just need to finish that quick formatting just so it looks the same all the way through. Done. That's better. I'm going to do the same down here for the video scheduler. And that should look right then. See, I can do it like that. Cut. Yes sir, yes ma'am, sweet home Alabama. That in there. It should. should fix that one. It has. I just need to, again, edit how it sits. Because all that div class can go. That just needs to be in a P class. Then that div can become a P. All that can go because that's not needed. That can become a P. That can become a P. Right, all that can go. That can become just a P. That can be a P. All that can go. That then can become a P. That div can go. Leaving center, save. That should now look spaced out. Mate, it's better. That ad looks better there like that. Yeah, that looks much better. Much better. Oh. Anyway, an hour and a half in. I am going to leave it here. And I will be back another day. For those that I hear from the membership stuff, there's no bus update video, weekly update until the end of the week, if not the start of next week for this week, because I'm in work all the way until Friday. So by the time we've done Friday's work, Saturday's work and Sunday's work up there, I'm going to be pushing it on Sunday night to be able to get a video edited out and done and everything for you. So don't expect one, expect it more Monday, Tuesday. From Friday I'm on holiday for a week, so I'll be up at the shed quite a bit and working up there. So yeah, don't expect updates every 4 minutes from me on the membership for that week, because it has its hallmarks of being a hectic and very, very busy week. So anyway, thank you so much for coming and joining. Thank you for all the YouTube members and Patreon members. You help make this channel what it is. And see you later. Thank you very much.
Change my emotions.